Give me that torch, boy. Hence, and stand aloof, yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Holding thine ear close to the hollow ground, so shall no foot upon the churchyard tread. Being loose, unfirm, with digging up graves, but thou shalt hear it. Whistle them to me, as signal that thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid to thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard, yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I do, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans, the obsequies that I for thee will keep. Nightly shall be the strew by grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way night, to cross my obsequies and to true love's right? What with the torch? Muff me, night, a while.
Give me that mattock and that wrenching iron. Take this letter. Give me the light. Upon thy life change lie thee. Whether thou hear or seest, start aloof. And do not attempt me in my course, why I decided into this bed of death. Is a party to behold my lady's face, but terrified to take her dead finger, a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence be gone. But thou, jealous, don't return to pry in what I father shall intend to do. By heaven, I will be there by joint and joint, and stress thou hungry in the churchyard with my limbs. And the time and my intents are savage, wild, more fierce and more inconquerable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live in the prosperous, and farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabout. He looks, I fear, and his intents I doubt.
That detestable maw, the womb of death, gored with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce my rotten jaws to open, and despite I'll crave thee with more food. That detestable mouth, with womb of death, gores with the dearest morsel of earth. Thus I enforce my rotten jaws to open, and despite I'll crown thee with more food.
This is that banished high Montague, that murdered love's cousin, in which grief it is supposed the fair people died. To the dead bodies I'll apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey me and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore come I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them all right thee. I beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head, by urging me to be furry. Oh, be gone! By heaven, I love thee better than myself. Stay not, be gone, I live, and hither stay. A madman's mercy bid me thou run away.
I do defy thy combination, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? They have at thee, boy. Hey! Oh!
Okay. Outsdoor.
Oh Lord, they fight. I will go call the watch.
Flame, if thou will be merciful, open the tomb, lay me with Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me pursue this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble country Paris. What said my man when my blossomed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so, or did I dream it so? Or am I mad hearing him talk of Juliet? To think it was so. Oh, give me thy hand. One write with me with our soul misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave. Oh no. A lantern. Slaughtered youth, but here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes her vault a feasting presence full of light. Death lies out here by a dead man interred.
Why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe the unsubstantial death is of Morris? And that they lean a borrowed monster? No. They're lean and dark as a paramour. For fear for that, I still stay with thee, and ever from this palace of dim night. Depart again? Here will I remain, with worms as thy chambermaids. Oh, here will sit up in the everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inconspicuous stars. From the world-wearied flesh, eyes look your last. Arms take your last embrace, and lips, oh, the doors of press, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain of engrossing death. Come bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide, thou despite pilot, now at once run on, the dashing walk, they seasick, wearing bark, here's to my love.
My love, my baby.
Oh, true apothecary, the drugs are quick, thus with a kiss I die.
St. Francis be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves? Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that you know well.
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend. What torch is yond that vainly lends this light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the Capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been here?
Full half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death, if I did stay to look on his intents.
Stay, then. I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Oh, much I fear, some ill, unthrifty thing. She stirs.
O comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from the nest of death. Contagion, an unnatural sleep. In greater power that we can contradict. Hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband is in thy bosom where lies dead. In Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? A needle close in my true love's hand. Heroine I see, hath been his timeless end. O Churchill, injected all and left no friendly drop. Tell me after, I will kiss thy lips. Happily some heroine yet doth hang on them, to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead boy, which way?
Yeah, noise, then I'll be brief. Oh, happy gun, this is my sheath. Their rust and let me die.
This is the place. There, where the torch cloth burned.
Try ground to bloody. Search about the churchyard. Ghosts of you, where'd you find Catch?
Pitiful sight. Here lies the country slain, and Juliet bleeding, warm and newly dead. Who here hath lain these 2 days buried? Go tell the prince, run to the Capulets, to raise up the Montagues, some other search.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety until the prince come hither.
What misadventures is so early up that calls our president from the morning rest?
What should it be that it is so streaked and abroad?
Oh, the people in the street cry, Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward our moment.
What fear is what startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the Count Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and now this full murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
O heavens, O wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This gun hath mistaken, for lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it missheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh me, this sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to sepulture. Oh no,
Come, Montague, for thou art early to see thy son and her early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead though. My wife is dead tonight. Grit on my sons.
Seat up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambitions, you know, their spring, their head, their true descent. And then will I be in journal of ye woes, and lead you to death? Meantime forbar, and let mischance to save my patience, bring forth the parties of suspension.
I am the greatest, able to do the least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make me against me, of this direful murder. And there I stand, both to impeach and punge, myself condemned and myself excused.
They say out once that thou don't know who it is.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath, it is not as long as a tedious tale. Romeo, their dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, their dead, was husband to, was Romeo's faithful. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose ultimately death banished the new made bridegroom from the city. For whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined, you to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed, and would have married her to county Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meanwhile, I wrote to Romeo, that he should hither come as this dear night. I help him to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then all alone, at the briefest hour of her waking, came out to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her closely at my cell, till I conveniently would send Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awakening, here ultimately lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth, and she bare this work of heaven with patience. But then a notice did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me. But as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy, and I ought in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before this time, until the rigor of severest law.
We still have known for thee of a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to the same place, to the same monument. This letter here, early, bid me give his father. Okay. And threatened me with death going in the vault, if I departed not and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where is the country's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with the flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. And comes one with the light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good at Friar's words, the curse of love, the tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy poison or heroin of a poor apothecary, and the withal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where do these enemies calculate Montague? See what is the scourge I lay upon your hate. The heaven finds mean to kill your joys to love, and for winking at your discards too, have lost the brace of kinsmen, all our punishment.
O brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, for whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure as such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his lady's life, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
We feast this morning with all brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk to these sad things. Some has potential, and some punished. For never was a story of more woo than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
So, well.
Give me that matlock and that end. Give me the light. Give me the light.
God damn.
Scroll down.
She stirs.
Wait, I have this.
With fear, is this which startles in our area?
I don't know what that word is.
Perforce.
Stop it.
And then comes
Not an and.
A glooming is the morning star.